That well with me. If I was talking to Gary Hermanson, my sports psychologist, and he said, this is not about you, it's actually about other people, and you have to sort of let them know, and I respect and understand that.
Do you want to say anything first, or?
No, I don't think so. I think obviously cricket's been a big part of my life. I love playing for New Zealand, but yeah, I think it was just the right time for me and the family. You know it's going to happen. It's just when and making it the right timing, because the common theme is that you're a long time retired, and I didn't want to retire too early, but I didn't want to hang on too long. Still got a few more games that hopefully I can make some contributions in, and say thank you to a lot of people.
I know how much the kids have loved watching you play for New Zealand over the years. Mackenzie, Adelaide, Jonty. What was their reaction to the news?
Mackenzie, there was a couple of statements. Jonty was. He was a bit worried that Dad was unemployed and things, but it's funny and cute what the kids had to say. But quite often when you've talked to past players, their kids haven't been old enough to see their dads play, where my kids have been able to see me. Adelaide probably not as much, won't remember it as often, but yeah, they've been able to see a lot of the world, which, you know, if it wasn't for cricket they wouldn't have been able to do that.
Magnificent, great entertainment. He's a wonderful player to watch, this young man. He's just growing in stature.
At the end of the season, you'll obviously be able to sit back in your lazy boy and perhaps with a nice glass of Pinot and reflect on an amazing career over a number of years. Just off the top of your head, if you're picking one or two moments, what comes to mind?
You know, it was only a few months ago now, isn't it? That was, I never thought I'd get the opportunity to play in a final again after 2019, to hit the winning runs, to be out there with Kane, and to win a test match, obviously on neutral ground, but overseas. I mean, those overseas wins are, especially in test cricket, I think the hardest but the most enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, it's really good to win test series at home and win tests, but those test wins away are very hard, and I'll probably treasure those the most.
I've got a page here full of records because, you know, with a leading test run scorer, leading ODI run scorer, most catches, mate, there's a whole page full of things. But there's a couple of innings that stand out for me, Roscoe. The first one's against Australia at Perth, 290, which I think was the highest ever score against Australia in Australia.
I hadn't scored any runs in the warm-up game. I just had my operation in Zimbabwe. I can remember I brought out a brand new bat and you were throwing it to me. I got through the first night and I think I was 20 odd not out overnight, and then the next morning I just felt comfortable, and I've always wanted to bat a day in test cricket, and that was the first time I'd ever done that.
Well, it was just shy of 10 hours, mate.
So it was like I batted a whole day, and like everyone was proud, going, oh, well done, 200 against Australia. I was just proud that I batted the whole day. I was chuffed. I thought, I'd never done that in first class cricket before.
So 2 test matches to finish against Bangladesh. That will take you to 112 test matches, which I know you said you were going to be happy to play one for New Zealand. So to finish, that will put you with equal with Daniel Vittori on 112 most test matches for New Zealand, which is quite a remarkable achievement.
112, you know, just to play 100 test matches, I must admit, I never would have thought that was possible, because I always saw myself as a white ball player. But then going back to, as I said, I'm happy with the changes that I've made to turn myself into a test cricketer.
Well, mate, enjoy the final chapter of a remarkable career. There is a lot of love and appreciation out there for Ross Taylor that I'm sure the fans will be keen to show you. But thank you for everything you've done over the last 16, 17 years for New Zealand cricket.
No, thanks, Mac, and thanks for your help, and I'm sure we'll catch up for a beer or a wine in time as well.